Alrighty, so it's now towards the end of the day. Got some yard work done, went for a 3-mile walk, had some food. It's a good day so far. And now I'm back. So, in the last episode, we did lots and lots and lots of stuff. We now have all of our switches that control pretty much this entire factory. We still need to kind of like encapsulate the whole thing, you know, so it looks like a box, I guess. But yeah, what I wanted to work on in this episode was actually the power situation. And I know that in order for me to do this the right way, I'm going to also need to increase... Oh, hey, jump pads. I need to increase my speed of my belts, right? So I need to get this kind of done. And then that also gives us the big containers, which is nice. Power storage? What is that? Oh yeah, these are the batteries. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so we'll do this. And that's all of that. And we need some concrete. So let's get some concrete. Blah. And then when I go and work on this whole thing, I'm going to have to turn off this factory entirely. But I'm still going to have to keep the reserves in here because I'm going to need those to kind of like prime the coal. But those are hooked directly into the power, so there's nothing that can actually turn that off or anything. So we should be okay there. I do know that I'm going to have to get some more Caterium. So that'll be something else that I can work on. We'll get a bunch of concrete. I mean, maybe I have enough Caterium? Because I know they need to make another switch for the steel factory. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some more of this. Okay. I think that'll be good. All right. So let's hop back down. Is there anything that I could be doing in here? Power pole Mark II. I don't have plastic yet, so I can't do the high-speed connector. So why does that show up? It's weird. This is probably the supercomputers here. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill in what we can over here. Okay, so 369 should be okay. Do I have enough of everything else? I think so. But yeah, so I definitely want to unlock Logistics Mark III before I start doing anything, because we're definitely going to need that extra speed. This is just fun. Okay, so one thing that I don't have over here that I probably will need is a little buildy thing. And by buildy thing, I mean the little thing that allows you to build stuff, which is craft bench. That's what I need. Okay. And then for the switch, I think I need... yeah, so I need a couple of bars and an AI limiter. So that's what I need to build. AI limiter. Good to go. Okay. And then we'll grab the bars out of here. That was a terrible jump. Okay. And then we'll grab this. Okay. And then I need to go over here and then throw in the power switch. Is that the right way? This is the right way. There we go. Okay. Then this needs to go here. And then we'll turn on that. And then this is going to be Steel Factory. And then if I get rid of this, we should have no power in here. And we do not. Okay, good. And that should also turn off the miners as well, which I think it did. But considering that we're going to need more of that, more of the steel bars, definitely going to leave that running, and then we'll upgrade as needed. And now I have enough steel bars to finish off the Logistics Mark III. All right. And then one of these days I'm going to get that tube thing going and then set that up all the way over here just to make getting back and forth a little bit faster. Okay. All right, so let's get our Mark III logistics going. Good to go.
Milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency,
as well as the ability to store excess power for later use. I guess they haven't updated the audio for that yet. Okay, so now that we're going to start working on all of this. Also, I noticed that the lights there, they don't change versus like if something is on or off. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll turn that off and we'll turn this off. And that should pretty much kill all of our power usage. Except for the steel factory, of course. Oh, and yeah, this can go too. There we go. And now the only thing that we should be using is the water. And the steel factory. Okay, so that's looking good. How's this going? That's not even using anything, so that's good. So we have to get past this bar here in order for any of these to start turning on, and we are way below that. So looking pretty good so far. All right, and then what's the next thing that we want to start unlocking? I know that I want to do jump pads one of these days, which I can probably do, but I have to wait for the thing to get back. What else do we got? Vehicular transport. That also gives us inventory slots, which is nice. Improved melee combat, which would be nice. We're going to need some more wire for that. So I think we should probably do this one next and get the Xenobasher. So I'm going to go and grab myself 1,500 of the wire. All right. Okay, so wire is not here. It's not here. It is there. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we have nearly 2,000 wire. That's a lot of wire. Okay. Then we head back down. Is that thing coming back yet? No. I have like a speck on my screen. Is that it right there? That might be it right there. See that speck up there? Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, so it's like right next to that center mark there. So I think it's just kind of chilling up there. And it'll come back down when it's ready. Drink for the end of the day is Gatorade. Blue cherry, actually. So it's pretty tasty. Okay, so this is super fun and all, but you guys are probably dying of boredom. Let's see, so power is still decent. There's those birds again, kind of flapping around. Something I could do while I wait is get some more Caterium. Maybe. Then again, things seem to be back in like a minute, so yeah, you can still see the little dot up there. Okay. Just kind of waiting right now. Another 30 seconds. Yeah, so now it's coming back down. Thing is like coming down like super freaking fast. I'm like expecting the thing to just drive itself into the ground. And there we go. Okay, so Xenobasher. This guy. We need some of these. Some of that. Alright, good to go. Alright, now we can make our Xenobasher.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
Nice. Oh, dude, I can make so many of these things. They are so cheap. How are these things so cheap? Seriously, how are these things so cheap? I don't even know what to say here. I mean, this is like ridiculous. Like, why is that? I mean, I would think that this thing would be like so much more expensive than this. I mean, okay. I guess it's whatever. So I have my 2 Xeno Zappers, and I need a Xeno Basher, so I need more wire, which I can do. Yeah, this little zipline thing is so freaking handy. Alright, so we need wire, which is in this one. There's 500, I'll take that. Alrighty. This will make any creatures that I come across a little easier to deal with. Throw that in there. Okay. I should get some more of these reinforced iron plates. I think I have a lot of them. And then they are in here. I have 500 of them. So we'll grab 100 of those. That'll be good. Maybe grab a few more. Okay. I mean, that thing's pretty much back already, so we might as well get those jump pads out of the way. And I need more wire for those. Or cable, I should say, not wire. And I have a lot, so not really too worried about that. All right, and then back down. All right. There you go.
Milestone reached. Several buildings aimed at factory traversal can now be accessed in the build menu. Caution is recommended during use of these products.
Okay, and then this I can get this going too. But for now, let's check what we got. Should I build like a battery backup? Like just for funsies? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, like these things are so cheap. I mean, like the modular frame, sure, but I have so many of those things, it's like ridiculous. And then these things use up not quite a whole thing, so is there like a front? Yeah. This is kind of cool, not gonna lie. Okay, where does it get connected? Oh, up there. Okay. Nice. How we doing? It'll charge in 1 hour. Okay, it takes a long time to charge, which I guess kind of makes sense. I could actually build another one, like right here. Maybe I should. As I said, just for funsies. Because, I mean, like, if those coal power plants are going to be running, like, at 100% all the time, then it makes sense to at least try to capture some of that, right? Okay, so we'll build this one here as well. And then that can go there, and then this guy is completely used up. And then that can now do its thing. Okay. And we are charging. And I think this is the sum of all of them, whereas this is this one specifically. Okay. So, good to go. Let's see. What's the actual capacity on these things? Like 100? 100 megawatts? Yeah. That's a lot. Like one of these things, like going all the way, or actually, hold on. So if I had 4 coal power plants running at 100% for an hour, that would equal the same as what 3 of these can do, which is ridiculous. And that guy's back again. So what else can we do? Oh yes, vehicular transport. So I'm gonna go and get that. And then, okay, so we'll throw that on there. Okay. And I know I'm doing like a lot of stuff before I even start working on the power, but I figure as long as I'm over here and I have all the stuff available, might as well, right? All right. So we need more modular frames, which I believe is here. So that'll be enough, I think. Maybe we'll just grab some more just for funsies. I need some of these. Okay, so there's that. Also going to need a bunch of this. So we'll grab a couple, 3 of these. How are we looking on plate? Plate is looking okay. Cable, we definitely need more cable. So that'll be this one. Grab a bunch of that. And then, should I grab more concrete? I'm gonna grab more concrete, just because. All right. Oh, it was trying to, gotcha. Oh, how many tickets do I have in here? Oh, it has no power. Okay, that's fine. All right. So let's get this all out of the way. And then 200 more of these. And that is our vehicular transport.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Okay. And then that should get everything out of there. And then hypertubes, we do need to make those. I mean, I could technically make these. But no, actually, I don't think I can. I don't think I have enough of the steel bars. Okay, so that will wait. Whoopah! Nice. Okay. We are now ready to go. And yeah, so we're going to be redoing the basically the entire power situation there. We do have our Mark III belts now, so we can move at, what is it, 300 per minute? 270. Okay. So yeah, 270 per minute, which is more than what both of those coal deposits are doing right now with the Mark II miners. So they're 120 each. So that's 240. So we're going to have 30 buffer, I guess. And then if we have 240, and then each of those, I think they use 15 coal per minute. I think. I could be wrong. I think it's 15 per minute. Yeah. Yeah, it's 15 per minute. Because I had 90 going through here before, and I only had 6 of those things, and that was pretty much maxing everything out. So with 240 at 15 per minute, that's 16. I think we can run 16 of these things. So that is going to be interesting. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to break down. So we'll start by cutting off the water. And then we'll just start getting everything. Just deleting everything. Do. I still have space in my inventory, so that's good. Okay, and then we'll get rid of this. I think that'll be good for that. Okay. So I think we're okay here. I think that was everything out of here. Is that a paleberry? That is. Why, thank you. Okay. So we have our existing piping here. And then if each one of these can... Why is that off? That's weird. So I'm probably just going to have to redo all of this then, which is, that's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, and then we'll get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of all of this. Okay. So now we have all of the things. And now we need to figure out how we're going to make the things do what we want them to do. Okay. So first things first is... That's not new, I've had that. Okay, so yeah. Let's see what we can build onto here. I think that'll work. And then I'm just gonna go pretty much straight out. And then we'll have as much water as we can possibly get come off of here. And then we're also going to need fluid buffers, so I have to keep that in mind as well. All right, so this looks pretty good. We're basically right at the top of the water, which is good. Okay. So first things first, let us get some water extractors going. Okay, so we can go here. About right there, okay. I think that'll be pretty close. And then these each do, what is it, 120 per minute? Yeah, 120 per minute. Okay, so that's 360. Now, our water pipes can only hold 300. Okay. Oh, those are moving. I thought I was like just seeing things at first, but no. Little floaty things are actually floating. Okay. So that is that. Okay, so if we have 600, that'll be 5 of these things, right? So let me throw on 2 more. On this side only. Okay, where are we going? There we go. That'll work. And then 1 more. And I'm looking at that bottom corner right above where it says close queue escape. I'm trying to line that up. So that way everything kind of just works. Okay. So with this being able to do, I mean, this is going to be kind of interesting. So here's my thought, right? If somehow I can get 2 lines down the middle here, and actually we're probably going to need 2 sets of platforms out here because this is actually pretty close. I don't know. Let's just see what we can do first. So ideally, I would want to have this here because that gives me, you know, some proper spacing at least. And then we'll run this guy as far down here as we can, which appears to be about right there. And then we'll run it out to the end here. Okay. So this is one 300 line, and it'll easily be filled up by these first 3, right? And then also, if we're building, I said 16, right? So then 16 times 45. I don't know. Where's the little thing that like you can do the calculator inside the thing? I don't know. Okay, so 16 times 45 is 720. So basically, I need 2 of these all the way full and then 1 additional extractor to work this thing. Okay, now for the hard part. I don't think this will actually fit in here the way that I want it to, because it's too close. So let's get rid of this. And then we'll just run it down the middle. And then that'll give us some additional room, which is what we like. And then we'll run this out to the end. Okay, and then from here, okay, let's do our little pipeline crosses. I think that'll be good. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Now, I understand that this one pipeline is not going to be enough to hold all this, which is fine. Oops, not that. I need this. And the idea here is that we're going to be running multiple pipelines all together. And what I'm thinking will happen is that depending on where you have all of these junctions, if you have them in the right places, you'll actually be able to fill up multiple pipes without having to worry about overfilling one because they're all connected. Okay. So with that done, now we want to stack this. Of course, it's not going to let us do that. Okay. Grr. This should be... Okay. Now if we put this here... Oh, sure, now it works. Okay. And then I have to make sure that this is actually going into that. Just to be sure. And then, can we get this to go? Yes, we can. Not that I want that to do that yet, but just knowing that we can is good. Okay, and then we'll put a stackable one here. Throw that back in there. And then reconnect. Okay. And then I do want to go up one additional one. So we'll get rid of that one. Is that even, that's not going to work. Can we put that back? Of course not. Not without taking out this thing first. It's so dumb. Okay. So I guess that's just going to be chilling there. That is not what I needed. I needed this. Okay. And then we'll stack another one on top of here. Actually, what if I got rid of this and I put this in there instead? Would that look better? I mean, I think that looks better. Now the thing is, I don't know if this actually connects into this, which is why I keep redoing this thing, because if it doesn't for some reason, like if the game doesn't recognize that as a valid connection, I mean, maybe it does. It looks like it goes through the same way, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. Okay, and then we'll get rid of that, and then we'll throw this in here, and we'll throw that in there. Okay. And then this thing. Okay, so here we're just going to pretend that we're actually connecting it, and we're just going to get rid of it in the end. And then this can go all the way into there. And then we'll just delete that and delete that. And we should have just a solid pipe going through. Okay, so now for the fun part. So right now, all 5 of these are feeding into a single pipe. So what I'm going to be doing is in between each one of these, I'm going to be putting in a junction. Basically lining it up with the middle and there. And then what's going to happen is this will drop directly into there. And so then as this gets pumped into here, it's also getting pumped into there. So now instead of having just 300, we have 600. And because I don't want the game to flip out, I'm going to be doing multiple junctions in between each of these. So that way it has like an equal chance of filling up. I think that's good. Okay. And then we'll go over here to this next one. Should be roughly here. And that's not letting it go into there. Okay. Which is fine. We can still deal with that. We're going to replace this pipe completely. And then we'll try this again. There we go. That goes in there. And then of course this one has to be replaced as well, which is fine. Is that there? I have no idea. And it's too short. Okay. I will make this work. Wait, why does that look different than that and that? Is that not the same? I don't think that's the same. Crap. Okay. Yeah, I think those are different heights actually. I think that looks better. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and then we'll get rid of this and get rid of this and get rid of this. And then we'll run this lovely pipe through here, which will now connect. And then we'll go in between these two. All right. And then I don't have the next one in here yet, so we'll just cap this one off with a little curve. Like so. Okay, so now that should be 2 of these lines all the way full, so that's 600 water. Now that should work the way that I think it's going to work, because if this side is like too full and you're forcing in more stuff, instead of going this way, it'll go up and into here. So I'm hoping that's the way this works. We will see. Okay, and then the next thing that we need to worry about is power. And then I think we can get by this by just putting in these things. Should I put them like in line with the ladders? Just that way they're all kind of the same. Okay, and then this one will be probably here. Okay. So that can go there. Then this can go there. Okay. Okay. So that's everything powered up. Once I get power, of course. Okay. And then as far as getting these other ones in here, I mean, I could continue just like kind of building up like in this general way. And I should be able to fill up multiple lines through here. I mean, pumping might be necessary at one point, but we'll see. And I am out of Gatorade, so... Alright, so now the next part is going to be setting up all of the coal generators. And it's already been 46 minutes in this video, so I think I'm going to pause and just kind of build that on my own. And then once I get towards the end, then I'll start everything back up and then we'll see what we got going on. So, I'm going to pause and I will see you in a little bit. Alrighty, so this is kind of what we got going on here. I only have half of it built. I mean, granted I have all of these built, so that's done. This should give us 2 full 300 lines of water. I have them kind of split off going into each way. Each of these goes into a fluid buffer. Fluid buffer, currently net flow is 0, so that means that everything that's getting pumped in is being used, which doesn't really make much sense because if we go over here, if these are only using 45, right? So 45 and 45 is 90, then 90 times 3, because there's 6 here, is 270. So if we're pumping 300 and we're only using 270, then there should be plus 30 net filling up this guy. But for some reason there isn't. And I don't know why. But you can see those ones over there on the end, they barely have any flow. These ones also barely have any flow, but that's because they're full. But like these ones aren't even filling up. Like the flow rate is barely more than what's actually needed. So even here, like we need a flow rate of 45, we're getting about 60. 50 to 60, somewhere in there. So I don't know what's going on here. It's very strange to me. But sometimes it drops below 45, like right there, it just went down to 23, and then it jumps back up to like 80, then it drops down to 13. It's like, and then it's 90. What's going to drop down to this time? 9. Like I have no idea what's going on with this thing and why it's bouncing around so much. And then I don't have any kind of thing here telling me like what the uptime downtime is, but I mean it's got all the water that it needs, I guess. So I mean I guess that's good, but oh yeah, sure, now it like fills up all the way. It's like what? So confused. Anyways, I don't know what's going on. It's just weird. And then I want to take a look at our power. Power seems pretty steady. It was bouncing around quite a bit, you know, with things dropping on and off, back and forth. I don't know, man. But yeah, so I got the first 3 started over here. And then I need to go another, what is it, 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 off this way. So let's get that done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I almost fell off because it didn't place it. Okay, so then that should be it for these guys. Okay. And then let's go ahead and throw these last ones on. And I will have enough parts, thankfully. Okay, so we'll go here. And we'll go here. And we'll go here. Now with this setup, I'm only going to be getting 12 of these things actually working, but I think that should be enough. With the coal that I've got, I could potentially get 16. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about that too much. And then we'll put this over. Did I put that all the way in the end? I did. Okay. And then we'll throw in, not that, pipe. Okay. And then we want to get more pipe in here. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. So this buffer is all the way full, so that's good. We're still getting a fill rate of 300 per minute, so that's also good. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I should like connect these two. Just that way, you know, everything's being fed properly, I guess. Anyways, okay. So now we need to do the belt work, which is pretty simple. Start in the middle, one here, one there, repeat. And then you just got to belt everything in, which is pretty simple. Okay, so that'll go here, 1, 2. And then this one will go into the middle, 1, 2. And then this one will go on the far side, 1, 2. And then this goes into there. If you will go into there, please, thank you. And then you will go into there. And then you will go into there. And then rinse and repeat on this side. So, and this one goes to the middle. And this one goes to this side. And then this guy goes onto there. This guy goes on to not there. Okay. And then that's good, and then that can go there. Okay, good to go. And then we need to build out our foundations over here. I think, okay, yes, we are using all of them. Okay. So that's good there. Okay, so then the next thing that we need is to connect these guys. Now, how did I have this set up? It's in the middle of the block. Okay. So we need a splitter here. And then this splitter, I think, needed to go here. Right. Okay, and then we needed another splitter to go in between the two. So that way that feeds that, that feeds that. And then we need the Mark II belt to go from here into here. Okay. And then from here, we bring out all of these goodies. And then all we need to do at this point is connect them. So then this goes to the middle, and then 1, 2. And then this one goes to the end. Okay. And then this one goes here. And then this one goes, not what I was intending to do. Can I get up here? No? Okay. Accessibility. Something I need to work on here. But for now, we can just use this. And this time we'll try not to fall off. Okay, so this is over here. 1, 2. And then that goes into there. It's having a hard time connecting onto here. Okay. And what is going on here? Did it not connect properly? It did not. Okay. Okay, if you don't mind, I would like you to connect to this thing. And then I would like you to connect to that thing. Okay, we good? All right. Okay, our usage is getting a little sporadic. I mean, we're still backed up, so that's good. But we are going to need to start upgrading this line. And I'm pretty sure I don't have enough of the Mark III belts to do it. But we will see. And I have one left. Okay. But I only have a little bit more to go, so hopefully I have some stored up in here. And this has been running pretty much the whole time, so that, oh wow, we have a lot. Good. I'll just take all of that if you don't mind. Okay. And now, once we replace this section here, we'll be getting a lot more. So now this should be a full 240 per second, because we got the 120 coming in, the 120 coming in, and then the 240 coming out. And then this should help with our coal thing. Okay, so we're still kind of sporadic, and now we're hitting the 240. And then this should be packing that out all the way, packing that out all the way, good to go. Okay, so now we have 120 going in over there, 120 going in over there, and we only need 90. So that'll be good. All right. Now all we need is the piping. Okay, so there's that. I think that'll be okay. Then if you don't mind, this one can go there. Okay, so that's everything for that side. And then we'll look over here on this side, try to get that in there. Okay. It's a lot easier once you've done this once. And it's just copy and paste. Okay. And then, of course I missed that. Okay. And now all we need to do is connect this into there. Connect this into there. And that one into there. And that's like pumping all the way full of water like right away, which is nice to see. And that can go, and that can go, and that can go. Okay, so now what we need to do is get this all plugged in. Okay, so that'll go there, and there, and there, and there. And that will go there, and that will go there, and that will go there, and then this can go and connect to this line as well, or at least try to. Okay. Okay, that can go over there. That's already connected into there. That one is full, but this one does have an extra one, so we plug that in there. And we're good to go. And now we have 900 megawatts of production. So I think that's correct. I think that's correct. Okay, so if each of these are putting out 75, 2 of them is 150, 6 of them is 450, 450, 450 makes 900, and we should be good to go. Okay. So we have officially doubled our power, which is good. We should be getting more than enough coal going into each of these, and they are filling up not exactly at the same time, but pretty damn close to it. So there shouldn't be any worry about anything. Oh yeah, and they have a lot stuck in here anyways, so... In fact, let me see if I can dump my extra coal. That's already got 100, okay. All right, so we are currently well under what our maximum is. So that means that we should have no problem keeping these things up at 100% at all times. And we should have an extra 30 water going into each side of these things. So there shouldn't be any time where these don't have everything that they need. And of course, these are all full already. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this extra coal, but... And then if you look at the line here, if this was running like at 100%, like not stopping at all, then we would be using all the coal that we're currently mining, which would be a bad thing. But seeing as how we've got like this jittering kind of starting stopping, that means that we're not using 100%, which is also good, which means that we should be able to fill everything up all the way. Water's getting a little low on this one. Why are you getting low? I mean, I think it's doing okay. Let me see what this guy looks like. Oh yeah, that's all the way full. Okay. Yeah. So it does appear like this system does work. So long as you're tying in multiple pipes with multiple connections in between each of the water extractors, it does look like everything will flow. So I have 2 full 300 lines going through here. Honestly, I might not even need the pumps, but I'm going to keep those on there anyways. And we have a lot more power. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I I mean, it's pretty organized, I would say. Well, relatively, anyways. So, and then we do have a little bit of clipping with the wire here, but there's not really much I can do about that, so I don't know. I could put, like, something here, maybe? Maybe that would work. And that's used up all the way. Oh, shit, I did not want to jump off of there. Accessibility. Still need to work on that. But I mean, that works just as well as anything else, so okay. So let's go ahead with this, and then we'll get rid of this temporarily. And then plug it all back in. And we shouldn't lose anything because we have those fluid buffers. So we should be good to go, and now there is no clipping on the wire. There is some clipping on this wire going through here, but I didn't have enough connections on here, so I suppose I could put in like a, what is it, a tier 2? I don't have that yet. Tier 2 pole, once I get that. I could have done that, I suppose. But yeah, so there it is. That's how it goes. And we have a lot more power now. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and catch you in the next one.